Hello, welcome to my second lesson on drums. It's now the 4-beat still we're looking at. And just before we move on, I taught you the 4-beat in the previous lesson. And of course, the 4-beat variations, a little bit variations. I taught you 2 beats, I taught you 1 fill. Now I just want to explain one thing here. The fill I taught you was actually an 8-beat fill, an 8-beat fill I should say. And the reason for this is, let me just explain what's the difference between an 8-beat and a 4-beat. Now, both have 8 notes, okay, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that which I played right now was an 8-beat. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 8 notes. But when you have a 4-beat, you play only 4 notes. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's why. So they're very, very close to each other. But it's just 1 note lesser. Okay, now the fill I thought it was actually an 8-beat fill, that's what I said, because that fill goes. The reason why I did it is because it's really boring to play a 4-beat fill, but if you play fast, of course, then it's nice, except when you play fast. But if you don't play fast, you know, then it doesn't sound very nice. So a 4-beat fill will sound like this. And that's not so good, eh? So that's why I taught you the 8-beat fill. But yeah, if you play fast, it's 1 and 2. It sounds not too bad, but for now we stick with the 8-beat. Anyway, it's not a very general fill to do. But you can do it. I mean, it's not. It's up to you, but I mean, I feel just that if you need 1 drum, you know, when you do a fill, especially when you need only 1 drum and only once at a time, it doesn't sound as nice as two leads on a drum or 3 or 4 leads on a drum. But anyways, yeah. But now we're going to look at a little bit more variations on the 4-beat. Still the bass drum. Remember I said the bass drum is the thing we're going to focus on right now, because yeah, it's very important to do variations on your bass drum. And yeah, we have. Now a little bit more, this one I'm going to talk to you now is actually much the same as the one I taught you in the previous lesson, but it is, the bass drum shifts a little bit, okay, it moves a little bit on. So it goes, instead of you go and you're going to move the bass drum to 3 and it just goes and okay, these. So you just move the bass drum a little bit on. So this is now very, very basic. Okay, but now let's go a little bit more advanced. This one is, it sounds very advanced and it sounds actually strange, but it's actually all what happens there is the bass drum ends on 4 and starts at 1 again. That's why it's double. Okay, if you play it single, let's play it single first before we do the double. Okay, just to give you an idea. Let's and 2, 3 and 4 and 2, 3 and upwards and 2. So it's 2 and it's 1 and 2 and no sorry, yeah sorry 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and okay. So now let's make it now a little bit more advanced. Okay, now all you're going to do now is you're just going to put a bass drum on 4 and, otherwise it's like and 2 and 2 and 2. So that is very, very cool. Very, very cool. Especially when you play it faster. Yeah, how it sounds when you play it faster. It sounds very, very nice when you play it faster. But for now, stick with it slow, okay? Don't rush into something. Just do it slowly, and you're happy with it and comfortable with it, then you can go faster. Okay, so just one more variation here, and then we're going to do another fill, which is much the same, but I promise in the next lesson I'm going to do a fill which is more advanced. Okay, so let's go with this one. It's almost the same, but there's a lot of variation in it. Okay, so it goes 1 and 2. No, it's 1 and 2. sounds very, very cool. You just move a bass drum again and then it answers 1 and 2 and 3. So on 3 and you play that 1 and 2, 3 and. So on 3 and on 4 and is a bass drum. Okay. So that's how you get this I want to say wonderful sound. That's 1 and 2. Sorry, 1 and 2. Okay, so that is very cool beats. You can do a lot of it. If you play this one faster, it'll sound like this. This sounds very much like I've got a Sega game, Rhino Cricket 94, I think, which has exactly that beat. Very, very cool. It's that typical 80s sound, that deep snare. I love it. Anyway, now just for now, that's the variations we're going to do for now, just a little fill now. This fill is very much the same as the one I taught you, okay? But the difference is, instead of playing 2 times on one drum, you're going to play 4 times on a drum. So actually, you don't play 1 bar, because if you play this one, this is 1 bar, okay? That's 1 bar. Remember what I said with the bar? It's just not a place where you drink, okay? Not in music. It's from 1 to 4 and in this case anyway. And then at 1 is the next bar. Okay, so it's 8 notes. So now what you're going to do now, this one you're going to hit the snare drum 4 times, the high tom 4 times, the mid tom 4 times, and the floor tom 4 times. In other words, 1. Now this sounds a little bit strange, especially when you play it slowly. Slowly with a beat in it, with a beat together anyways. But if you do it faster, when you go to 60 notes, we're first going to look at, after the 4 beat, we're going to look at the 8 beat, then you're going to look at the triplets, which is, there's not really a 12 note, but there is a 12 beat which we use in blues. But anyway, that's later. But a 60 note is actually, what it says, it's 8 extra notes from the 8 beat. So when you play it in 60 note format, it's very, very cool. I'm just going to play it to you so you're just going to get an idea. It goes. Okay, so now instead of slowly, you play it quicker, and then you make 1 bar up with that. 1 16 bar in other words. 1 E and okay. But I'm gonna tell you that later. Okay, not to confuse you. So okay, let's do this fill I did now with a beat. But remember, it's going to be more than 1 bar. Okay, because it's actually not a, how can I say, it's 8 notes, it's 4 notes here, okay, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and it's 4 notes, 1. Okay, but let's count like you should, okay, so that you can get an idea of what I'm saying, because it's a bit tricky if you don't get it, okay, so now you're going to get it, okay, I promise. So it goes 1. Actually 2 bars. I myself tried to figure it out. I know it's more than 1 bar. I knew that, but it sounds like 2 bars anyway. But yeah, because it's 4 notes here, 4 notes here, 4 notes here, 4 notes here. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this lovely beat with a 4. Okay. This last one I did. Okay. Let's go. Okay, now remember, when you do a fill, later on you can change it, but for now, always start at 1 and end at 1. For now, anyways. Okay, so that's very important to remember. You start at 1 and you end at 1. In reggae, especially, they start at 2 and end at 2. I myself struggle with that. But anyway, it's not always the case, but in this case, in most cases, I should say, you start at 1 and you end at 1 when you do a fill. Okay, so now just one more quick thing. I just want to teach you this, because this is very, very important. I'm going to put my stick like this, okay, and I'm going to do this. Like that. That's the sound you want. You don't want this sound. You don't want it. You want. sounds like, you know how I think about it. It sounds like your tongue when it goes like this. Okay, so it must sound like this, but anyway, what this is, we call it a rim shot. Okay, many people. There's also other names, of course, like many of these things. Rim shot, side stick, cross stick, whatever. I call it a rim shot because that's the. It is a name of it, okay? It is one of the names, but that is logical for me because that is a rim, and you do the shot on the rim. So I don't know why side stick or cross stick doesn't make sense to me as much as rim shot anyway. But yeah, what this does is, I'm going to give you good advice now. Listen to Michael Learns to Rock song, Paint My Life. That is a very, very good example of a typical 4-beat. And what they do there, and what they do in 99.9% of the case, they play the rim shot during the verse, and then they go to the coda. When they go to the coda, they go to the snare. Okay, so in other words, it goes. And the quarter comes and goes. Okay, you see, and of course before the quarter begins, I do a four. Okay, and when the quarter ends, I do a four again and go to the rim shot again. Okay, so that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed it very, very much, and I'm looking forward to give you another great